Hey, how's it going? Thank you for being here. My name is Whitney, and here on my channel we mostly explore fragrances, but I sometimes like to throw in other content here and there just for fun. So today I thought I would share with you guys my top 10 freshy fragrances. So these are my favorite fragrances to gravitate towards when it's hot outside. So I would say that these are high heat appropriate scents. I feel like they don't get too cloying, they're airy, they're easy to wear, and yeah, I just feel like these are ones that I don't think too much about when I know it's going to be hot outside. I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm going to wear this today. That's pretty much how I feel about all of these scents. So yeah, if you're curious to see what my picks are, then let's get into it. I have my basket in case Muffin wants to join us, but she's over there asleep. So first up, I have a scent from the Body Shop, and this is a relatively new addition to my collection, but it's been a long time favorite scent of mine for years. And the scent is Satsuma. So this is their body mist, and I would say that the formula is appropriate for how I use it. This is typically a scent, well, first of all, if you didn't know how Satsuma smells, I would say this is like a citrusy scent with a twist. It kind of smells like pink grapefruit. It kind of smells like tangerine, but there's a sweetness to it and a kind of floral quality about it as well. But as far as I know, it's a single note scent. But this is one that is very easy and effortless to wear. I typically gravitate towards this scent when I want to put something on straight after a shower. This doesn't have the longest performance. It doesn't project like that. But I would say that it does last on skin, but it's definitely dries down to a skin scent where if you like sniff hard on the skin, you will smell it. But it's not one, if you want people to like smell it on you easily, you probably won't get any compliments unless they're pretty close to you or they have a very excellent nose. But yeah, this is one that I feel like it's refreshing. It's one that, oh, see, I said that without even knowing it. It says refreshing right there. Am I smart? Am I smart? But this is one that I feel like is definitely one that is like a pick-me-up essentially. And because of its citrus quality, I feel like that's what helps make this one an easy reach for me when it's hot outside. So yes. So the next scent I have is one that I've had in my collection for a few years now, and I feel like this is a great one to have because it's like a staple. It's like an easy scent that is pretty much one that I feel like is not easy to offend people, and it has like a pretty, I guess, simple composition as well. I would describe it as like being citrusy, rosy, and musky, and that scent is Amazing Grace from Philosophy. And this is a fragrance, I'm pretty sure this is the eau de toilette formulation. Let's see if I could see it on her. Yeah, so they do have an eau de parfum of this particular scent, but I have the eau de toilette, which I feel helps it to be a perfect choice for hot weather because of its lighter formulation. So like I said, I would describe this as like a citrusy, rosy musk, and it has like a clean soapy smell to it without smelling like literal soap. I think Pure Grace from Philosophy probably smells a lot more like literal bar soap, whereas Amazing Grace has a little bit more complexity to it, I guess you could say. But yeah, again, citrus is typically the type of accord I gravitate towards when I want something that will not choke me out when I'm going outside and it's hot. And I feel like this is one that actually garners compliments. I feel like even though this is the eau de toilette formulation, it is still strong enough to radiate off of your skin and be detectable by other people, and it's kind of addictive. And it doesn't smell particularly like, how do I explain it? What's coming to mind is that this is not like, it doesn't smell modern, but it also doesn't smell dated. So I guess the best way to put it is it smells classic. And I feel like this is one where if I don't necessarily want to smell, because okay, first of all, the floral components of this definitely lead. And I feel like it's more floral than musk than citrus if I were to break down the accords. But I feel like when I want to wear something that's not like, if I'm not in a citrusy mood, let's say that, but I do want to wear something out and I know that I don't want something too strong, but I do want people to still be able to smell me and I still want to smell pretty and nice, Amazing Grace is the choice for me. So the next two scents that I want to share with you guys features the original and then a flanker of the original. So the original scent that I'm talking about is Green Tea from Elizabeth Arden. This is a classic freshy fragrance. And I also want to share the newest flanker of the green tea range, and that's Green Tea Lychee Lime. So I'm just going to talk about these two at the same time because I feel like all of the flankers in the green tea range are perfect freshy fragrances because they're easy to wear, they're airy, and they don't last long. I mean, maybe they last long on some people, but for me, my experience is that they don't, but that's okay because how I wear them is I want something that feels light, airy, and not too serious, but smells pretty and clean and fresh at the same time. So with the green tea original, I would say this is let me smell it to remind myself, but I would say this is a soft, spicy, sweet scent with some herbal nuances, but it also doesn't smell heavy. Like this smells watery. Not that it smells aquatic, but it smells watery, but not that that means it smells diluted either. I hope that makes sense to you. But yeah, this is a nice one, easygoing. Again, I feel like this smells classic. I mean, it's been around for forever, but I feel like this is like an easy reach. Again, this is one that I feel is appropriate to wear straight out of the shower. But I feel like with this one, I've gotten compliments wearing this scent. So, but then again, I do spray heavily. But this is not one that I feel like goes away that quickly in terms of the scent. I feel like this at least lingers for at least a good, you can get a couple hours out of it. At least that's been my experience, where I've gotten a couple hours where I've been able to easily detect the scent on me, as well as have other people be able to smell it on me as well. But as for the flanker, which is the Green Tea Lychee Lime, I would say that this one is, well, I can smell it while it's here. Yeah, this is a sour, sweet, fruity, juicy scent that is a bit more playful in nature. And if you smell really hard, you can smell the tea notes. I'm pretty sure that's tea as well as a green tea note. And what I like about it is that in the dry down, well, at least in the base, there is the note of lychee, which is also in the top, right? So the juiciness lingers throughout the longevity of the scent on my skin, which I really appreciate because I feel like sometimes juicy scents don't last that long. Now, not that this scent lasts long now, but I guess the juicy quality doesn't last long because on me, the scent, I don't really, after about 1.5 to 2 hours, it's gone on me. But again, this is easy to wear. And I will say that the juicy factor doesn't pull like syrupy sweet. It's just more of like, I guess the same watery quality I was talking about, where it's just like very refreshing. And I've heard someone suggest, I can't remember who said it, but if I remember, I'll share the channel of the lady who shared her tip on, or at least her suggestion or thought of putting these in the fridge and like using them as like a spray that's like all cooling. And I'm like, that is a very good idea because these just feel like just uplifting. And I feel like adding that fridge element would add to that quality. But again, these are great to wear straight out of the shower, and I typically pull these when I'm like chilling in the house, but I feel like, and I've worn them to the gym as well, so I would say that they're just easygoing, effortless, fresh smelling, and very nice and decently priced as well. So since we just talked about a sour scent, I thought I would share with you one of my other favorite sweet and sour scents in my collection. And you probably may have guessed already if you've watched me for any period of time now. And the scent is Fleur de la Passion, and this is from the house of Fragonard. And I love the artwork on there. So yeah, so this is a scent that features notes of passion fruit and mango. And I actually did a full review of this scent, so I'll link the video up above for you guys to enjoy after this. But this is one that I feel is so beautiful in hot weather, particularly because of those tropical notes. I feel like I sometimes gravitate towards tropical fruity scents when it's hot, but I have to be strategic with it because sometimes if those notes are too syrupy and it's hot, it gets cloying and irritating, and I don't like that. But in here, it's done in a way where it's more, I think the sourness helps it to not be like sickly sweet, but And when I say sour, because sour is a word that can often be used when describing body odor. And that is the opposite of how this scent smells to me, or at least how it dries down. It's done in a very elegant way, but it's like unexpected, because I suppose when it comes to sour as a quality, it's not typically expected. At least I don't typically expect it when I smell it in a scent, but when I do and it's done in a way like this, which is very refined and beautiful, I'm here for it. Yeah, so this is easy to wear, relatively long lasting. I would say I've gotten over 4 hours wear in terms of it being able to be detectable by me and others. And yeah, it just smells refined and beautiful and unique at the same time, making it one of my favorites. So yeah, that's Fleur de la Passion. So since we're talking about being refined and classy, my next scent is one that I pull when I want to feel refined and classy. So the scent that I'm talking about is Jo Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt. So I typically pull this scent when, well, first of all, it's a combination of citrus, herbal, and salty, and it's not sweet at all. And when I first smelled the scent, I was just shocked at how much I appreciated it, because I was like, sugary sweet only, nothing else. But when I smelled this, I was like, oh wait, hold on, this smells good. So yeah, this is one that has those very, I wouldn't say earthy, but it's like very much natural smelling, and it just has like an uplifting quality about it. And it just smells fancy. Like, it doesn't smell, it just smells very much like, how do I explain it? Because it's one of those scents where it smells fresh, but it doesn't smell like clean smelling. Like, it doesn't smell soapy at all to me, but it just smells like effortless and airy. And I do like this scent, particularly when I'm doing outdoor water activities, or I see this being one that I wear boating. Yeah, because I feel like it's inoffensive as well as relevant with that sea salt note. But I feel like this is one that, now it's weird because I feel like I've seen people not be too pleased with the performance in terms of the longevity of Jo Malone scents. But with Wood Sage and Sea Salt, I don't have any complaints. I feel like this is one where, even though I wouldn't overspray it because of the nature of its scent profile, I feel like it could get kind of annoying. I do feel like it does its job and it wears very well on clothing for me. But I feel like it has, like, again, this refined quality about it, and like it's citrusy but done in a way that's a little bit unexpected. I mean, it's citrusy, salty, sagey, earth. I guess it is kind of earthy. I feel like there are some earthy notes in here, but when I smell it, I think of like I said, water activities. But then again, I could see this being worn like doing like a fancy walk in nature or something, or just a walk in nature. It doesn't have to be fancy, but that's what I think about when I smell this. But yeah, lovely scent, easy to wear, and I like it. So that's Wood Sage and Sea Salt. I realize I have these organized in a way that is unintentionally flowing, but I'm here for it. So the next scent that I have is from Zara Emotions, which is a collaboration with Jo Malone, and the scent is Amalfi Sunray. So this is one that features exclusively citrus notes, but I smell none of them. The note that I pick up on the most that isn't listed is neroli, and I've seen this being compared to Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, and I'm pretty sure I've smelled that scent before. I think I had an oil impression of it, but I think I actually smelled the actual fragrance before. And personally, I'm not the biggest fan of neroli as a note, but I feel like how it's done in here, because it's more sweet than leaning on that bitter neroli side, I feel like that's what makes it more suitable for me and my personal preference. But again, with the citrus quality, like exclusively citrus quality about this, at least with in regards to the notes, I feel like that's what makes this so easy to wear. And even though it is sweet, again, you know, there's that fine line between something being way too sickly sweet when it's smells sweet, and when it's hot outside, I feel like this one does quite well. And when I wear it where my skin is like warmed up, I feel like it's actually quite beautiful. And again, this is one that I feel smells more luxurious than it is. I mean, I'm also here for the minimalistic packaging as well. I'm a fan of that, but it also just smells quite nice. And I've gotten compliments wearing this as well, because it's one that I don't have to go too heavy-handed, but I do. But I feel like this is one that people can appreciate because it's relatively simple and inoffensive. Unless you can't stand neroli, then too bad, I guess. But I'm joking. But yeah, I like this a lot. And this is one that I do find pretty much, I feel like this was one that I picked up because I wanted an affordable citrus fragrance in my collection. And when I picked this up, I'm glad I did. Now, I wasn't expecting it to be so neroli forward because there are notes of like bergamot, and I'm like, okay, cool, I like that. But honestly, I just smell like a sweet neroli, which is fine because it smells good and expensive. So that's Amalfi Sunray. Speaking of neroli, I have another scent that features neroli as one of the notes. And when I got this scent, I was a little nervous because at the time I was still relatively new to the neroli note, and my previous experience had not been pleasant with neroli. But I just, when I first smelled this scent before I had purchased it, I could not stop thinking about it. And it's, let me tell you what it is and then talk about the downsides, but also obviously the positives. So the scent I'm talking about is Because It's You from Emporio Armani, from the Giorgio Armani house. And this is one, they have the notes right here, so I'm just going to read it to you. So the notes are raspberry and neroli in the top, rose absolute in the mid, and vanilla and musks in the dry down. So it opens up, to me, even though there are no, well, I was about to say there are no florals, it's a fruity floral to me. And to be honest, sometimes I get a Windexy vibe, but it's not enough to deter me from wearing it, clearly. But it's a pretty, I would say, a mass appealing, but very happy and pretty smelling scent. And it really shines in the heat. I feel like personally on me and to my nose, I don't feel like this one ever gets too cloying. Partially because I feel like it doesn't even get the chance to, because the performance is not that great on me. I feel like it's one that I have to kind of overspray for it to last long. And again, be quite strategic in terms of the placement of the fragrance. But I do really like how this smells because I am a fan of fruity florals, and this is that. And it also has like a beautiful musky dry down, which I appreciate. But I think in the dry down it's actually quite sexy. But as for like just putting it on and heading out and the heat, I feel like this is one that is quite beautiful because it's not doing too much at all, but it has like a prettiness about it and a sparkly quality that makes it quite pretty. So even though it does have those like citrusy nuances with that neroli note, I feel like it's a bit on the juicy side with that raspberry as well as rose, which sometimes smells juicy to me, and I do really like it. And again, I feel like this is one that for me personally can be worn year-round and appreciated year-round, but in high heat and when it's hot outside and tang, this is a good choice for me. So I almost forgot to share my, I guess, holy grail Bath and Body Works Fine Fragrance Mist. That is my like no-brainer if it's hot outside and I just want to wear a fragrance mist, or I want something to layer with a fragrance that I'm going to be wearing in the high heat. This is the one I pull, and I thought I would share that with you just to add some variety. And the scent I'm talking about is Sun-Washed Citrus. So this is one that features notes of sugared lemons, mandarin, and agave nectar. And this is just like sugary citrus, and that is one of my favorite ways for citrus to be worn by me. Sugary and citrusy. But yeah, I really do like it. It's like, it's very much like simple, but I feel like it still has a presence to it, because even though it's a citrus scent, which I feel like, depending on how it is blended with the particular fragrance it's in, I feel like citrus notes typically don't last that long, and it sucks because they smell so nice. But even though this is a fragrance mist, I feel like this is a scent that has decent longevity. And again, I overspray and I spray my clothes, but it still lasts quite long. And I was trying to tell earlier how like much I have. I guess I'm halfway, and I got this when last summer, I don't remember. But I see that it's been repackaged and it's now available in like, I guess, I don't know if it would be called pre-fall packaging, which looks super cute. And I may consider getting it. A, because I'm kind of running through this at a decent pace, but also the packaging is quite cute. And I don't have any of the other body products in this particular scent, so it may be time to get that body wash. I feel like it would be very nice in a shower gel. Very nice. But yeah, thought I would share this with you just in case you're interested and want to see which of my fine fragrance mists are high heat, appropriate, and the best. So it's Sun Wash Citrus. So last up for perfumes, you probably already know what it is. And just keep in mind now, this list was not in, it wasn't ranked. It was just in order of how I laid them out. But you probably can guess which is the last scent I'm going to share with you, because this is one that I feel like is quite talked about here on YouTube, and for good reason. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And the scent I'm talking about is Toile Imperatrice, and this is from Dolce and Gabbana, and this is part of their anthology line. So this is a juicy but not super sweet, not really sweet, well, it's kind of sweet, but not super sweet, watermelon scent that features notes of kiwi and rhubarb. So it's like, has a tartness to it that is so refreshing. I feel like this is one that's just so appropriate for like the summertime and when it's hot outside. I think with those notes, which are like, well, I guess watermelon, at least to me, that's kind of like synonymous with summertime. I feel like that's part of why it is so popular, and I do really like it. I feel like, I'm trying to think if this is one that, I feel like this is one that I've seen people not be fans of and people rave about it. And again, I guess it really depends on what your like style of scent is, because like I said, this is more tart than sweet, and it has like a quality about it that I feel like could be a little bit polarizing, because it uses notes like kiwi and rhubarb, which aren't, at least to me, aren't as common as watermelon. So if you're not accustomed to how those things smell, it could smell gross to you. But I feel like this is one that's just refreshing and easy to wear, and I feel like the vibe it gives makes it very much appropriate for the season, and I do really like it. I feel like this is another one that I like to wear when I want to feel a little bit more luxurious. Again, you can get this for like really good prices because it's not that new of a scent at all, but this is one that I feel like has that level of like, wouldn't say refined, but I guess I could just say luxuriousness to it. Like, it again smells a little bit more expensive than it actually is in terms of the prices that you can get it for. But I do really like it. Did I just put my lip on it? Yes, I did. But yeah, so this is a lovely one. I do really enjoy wearing it. I mean, I'm trying to think. I do really like the color of the juice too. I'm trying to think. I know I like killed this last summer, but I'm like, did I wear this when the weather was cool? I don't know. I don't remember. I just feel like this is one that I don't touch unless it like gets to a certain temperature, and then I'm like, it's time. It is time for L'Imperatrice. So yeah, beautiful scent. Can't stop smelling it. I really like it. So yay, I'm glad that I got to share all of my favorite freshy, high heat fragrances with you. Let me know down below in the comment section what your favorite fragrances to pull when it's hot outside. I'm curious. So if you liked today's video, please give this video a like. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, but you want to see more of me, please subscribe. It's appreciated. And if you want to support my channel even more, feel free to buy me a bubble tea. All that information is down in the description box. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you later. Bye! How far back can I go? How far back can I go? Is this comfy? Hey, how's it going? Thank you for being here. My name is Whitney, and here on my channel, we mostly explore fragrances. So today, I thought I would share with you guys my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So today I thought I would share with you guys the top 10. Is my eye watering? No, it's not. So why does it feel like it is? So today I'm sharing with you guys my top 10 high heat. How do I want to say this? Let's do this one first. Oh, why is it greasy? Is that? I don't know if it's flickering. Okay. My phone is about to perish.